It happened on October 13, 2013. And I was suffering from a broken heart. I lost a loved one in a relationship. And I remember feeling so helpless and so weak. And I could walk into a room and smell her perfume and collapse. It hurt that bad. And I thought to myself, is there a way that I can make myself stronger from within and sort of build myself back up? It wasn't until about 4 years ago that I really started to focus on how do I create a better value of life. And that's when I sort of discovered this road to fitness freedom. These abs got built in 10 minutes a day. No weights, no gym, no travel. So let's get right into it. We're gonna start off in a plank. We all have things, routines that limit us and combat our priority to our health. Whether you're an executive, if you're on the move, whether you're severely overweight and you've never known fitness and you don't know where to begin. So I figured, what's the best approach? I figured, ask the expert. So I went and talked to my doctor and asked him what working out was. And it turns out that working out is actually creating small micro tears in your muscles. And it doesn't matter if you're running, swimming, doing CrossFit, all these things, we're creating these small micro tears. So using science, we figured out the most effective way to tear muscle. And essentially what we did was we brought the pool workout, which is face down, when you're in the pool, you're swimming face down, isometrics, to land. If I ask anybody in the world to break a pencil or break a chopstick, everyone would do it the same way. They would snap it in the middle. What you wouldn't do is you wouldn't try and squeeze the chopstick. You wouldn't try and pull it apart, and you wouldn't try and twist it, because you know, just like I know, it's an inefficient way of breaking that chopstick. I can give you 2 chopsticks and you can continue to break them. So we created this workout routine that's basically this snapping motion of your body, where your waist is the middle of your quote unquote type pencil. And so a lot of it is just you on the ground and moving that waist up and down, creating that motion, and it actually affects the entire part of your body. This is what my office looks like. There's cast members, crew members everywhere. There's film equipment all over the place. And let's take a look at the food table. So I've got a big mouth and everyone knows that. So I'm no stranger to changing what we're eating. So here's a typical movie set, and we've got chips and things that I don't deem to be too healthy. But my influence is this stuff. I require that we all have greens on our set. We've got strawberries, blueberries, a little bit of nuts and greens, and also fruits. I eat the colors of the rainbow all the time. Things that are red, orange, yellow, green, and purple. Talking about health is also talking about nutrition. And I really believe it's the 80-20 rule. It's 20% of the activity, 80% of what you put in your mouth. Now, me personally, I really encourage people to eat the colors of the rainbow. Things that are red, strawberries, tomatoes, chard, those types of things. Things that are orange, like turmeric, carrots. Things that are yellow, like pineapples, lemons, even honey, which is great for your immune system and for your digestive system. Things that are green, like kale, spinach, spirulina too is very, very healthy. And then things that are purple too, like blueberries, blackberries, beets, even pomegranates, deep, deep colors. But the more colorful your diet, the more healthy your diet. We've had a lot of advances in science as far as protein goes. I know a lot of people are very pro-vegan protein. Me, I do believe that a healthy balance of fish and chicken is a great way to, get proteins, and those are the ones that I use predominantly every single day, along with the heavy vegetables. When I started Highway Fit, I noticed I was probably about 30, 40 pounds overweight based on my height. And my BMI, which is my body mass index, was above 25, which is overweight, getting on obese side. And I worked on myself first and lost about 30 pounds in about a month. And then immediately my first customer was a woman named Tiffany Carr, and she's in Wilmington, North Carolina. She walked into a Gold's Gym, and I was standing right there at the front desk, and she said, I'm 28 years old, I'm 400 pounds, and I just want to be under 200 pounds by my 30th birthday. And I thought to myself, what could I do to help her and to serve, what her goals were? So I took her over to the side of the gym and been doing the same exercises that I've been doing and modified it a little bit so that she can do it. And it was actually accessible and attainable for her, which was great. And there was this great joy, this sense of accomplishment that what was the workout, her beginning of her road, she was able to do from the first day. And the next day she brought her aunt, who was 55 years old, and now I've served tens of thousands of people. I have 120,000 people on my Instagram follow me just for health. And just a couple weeks ago, I had a woman who's 60 years old who told me that she's lost 50 pounds in 2 months. So I think that this is something that's really trying to change society and enrich culture by providing education, fitness education, health education for positive health practices.